Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, open your eyes, and instead of a quiet, peaceful start to the day, you're greeted by a pair of icy blue eyes staring directly at you. And then before you can even stretch, your alarm clock lets out a howl that sounds like it belongs in the wild Alaskan tundra, not your bedroom. That's life with a husky. And trust me, I wouldn't trade it for anything. You see, people often ask me, out of all the dog breeds out there, why a husky? And honestly, my answer is simple. No other breed makes you feel like you're living with both a best friend and a stand-up comedian wrapped into one furry, dramatic package. They don't just bark, they talk back. They don't just run. They sprint like they're training for the Iditarod. And if you leave your sandwich unattended for 5 seconds, well, let's just say you'll be left with an empty plate and a husky giving you the most unapologetic look in the world. Sure, they're not the easiest breed in the world. In fact, sometimes it feels like they were specifically designed to test your patience. But that's exactly why I chose them. Because behind all the sass, the chaos, and the occasional escape attempt worthy of a Prison Break movie, there's a loyalty and a joy that no other dog has ever given me. So today, I'm going to share with you exactly why I chose the Siberian Husky over every other breed out there. And why, despite the drama, I'd make the same choice again in a heartbeat. When I first met a husky in person, I'll be honest, I wasn't prepared. I had seen pictures online and thought, wow, what a gorgeous dog. They look like little wolves with piercing blue eyes. But meeting one up close, that's when you realize they're more than just pretty faces. The very first husky I encountered didn't walk up to me politely like most dogs. No. He trotted over, looked me dead in the eyes, and then proceeded to talk. And not just a bark, he actually had this dramatic howl like he was trying to explain the meaning of life to me. I just stood there thinking, wait a second, did this dog just sass me? That was the moment I knew huskies weren't your average breed. Most dogs wag their tail and wait for you to pet them. A husky, they size you up, decide if you're entertaining enough, and then demand attention like they're the star of the show. And in a way, they are. Their energy fills the room. Their personality is larger than life. And honestly, that first impression hooked me instantly. Of course, not everyone feels the same way. Some people take one look at a husky's wild eyes and boundless energy and say, nope, not for me. But for me, that chaotic, free-spirited personality was exactly what I was looking for. I didn't just want a dog, I wanted a companion who would challenge me, surprise me, and make every single day feel like an adventure. That first encounter convinced me that this wasn't just a dog, this was a partner in crime. A furry little trickster who could make me laugh, keep me on my toes, and fill my life with stories I'd be telling for years to come. And that, right there, was my first step toward choosing a husky. Living with a husky is like starring in your very own reality show, except the star isn't you. It's them. Every single day, there's drama, comedy, and just a touch of chaos. And honestly, that's one of the biggest reasons I chose them. Let me paint a picture. With most dogs, you come home, they wag their tail, give you kisses, maybe fetch a toy. A husky, oh no. They don't just greet you, they hold a press conference. They will howl, scream, and talk at you like they're giving a full report of how awful it was that you dared to leave them for 2 hours. And the expressions on their face? Priceless. You don't just get a dog. You get a dog with acting skills that belong on Broadway. And then there's the mischief. Huskies don't just play with toys, they plot against them. I've seen mine look me dead in the eye before flipping his water bowl like he's making some kind of rebellious statement. One time, I turned my back for 2 minutes and came back to find he had dragged an entire roll of toilet paper down the hallway like it was his personal red carpet. Do other breeds do this? Maybe sometimes. But huskies, they do it with flair. Now, I know what some people are thinking. Why would you want that kind of drama in your life? Well, because life with a husky is never boring. If I wanted a quiet, predictable routine, maybe I'd go with a more low-key breed. But I didn't. I wanted a dog who could match my energy, make me laugh even on my worst days, and remind me that a little chaos can actually be a good thing. The daily drama isn't a downside, it's entertainment. It's companionship with personality. And honestly, it keeps me grounded. Because when a 50-pound furball is howling at you like you've personally offended them by not sharing your sandwich, you can't help but laugh. That's the beauty of it. Huskies aren't just pets. They're little comedians, little actors, little wild spirits who turn everyday life into a story worth telling. And that's why, out of all the breeds out there, I leaned into the drama and chose the husky. If there's one thing every husky owner learns fast, it's this. Huskies are basically professional athletes disguised as family pets. They were bred to pull sleds across frozen tundras for miles and miles, so their energy levels, off the charts, And believe it or not, that's exactly why I chose them. See, some breeds are content with a quick walk around the block. Huskies? A single walk is like an appetizer, they're ready for the main course. They thrive on adventure. Hiking trails, long runs, or even just turning your backyard into their personal racetrack. This is their happy place. And if you're an active person who loves the outdoors, you'll find they're the perfect companion. Let me tell you, there's nothing quite like watching a husky in motion. When that leash comes off in a safe space, and they start running, ears back, tongue out, moving like they were born to fly. It's breathtaking. You don't just see a dog, you see raw freedom. And being a part of that, it makes you feel alive too. Now, I know what you're thinking, but isn't that exhausting? Sure, it can be. But here's the thing. Owning a husky actually pushes you to live a better lifestyle. On days when I might have been tempted to sit on the couch, my husky gave me those big blue eyes that said, "Come on, let's go." And suddenly, I was outside walking, jogging, exploring. Without even realizing it, I became healthier, happier, and more active, all thanks to my dog. And let's not forget the adventures. Whether it's a spontaneous road trip, a camping weekend, or just exploring new neighborhoods, a husky is always ready. They don't just tag along, they enhance the journey. The excitement they bring makes even the simplest outing feel like an expedition. Other breeds are loyal companions too, but for me, the husky's zest for life, their unstoppable drive for adventure, and their ability to turn exercise into shared joy, that's what sealed the deal. I didn't just want a dog. I wanted a co-adventurer, and that's exactly what I got. Beneath all the drama, the high energy, and the hilarious antics, huskies are incredibly loyal and loving. That might surprise people who only see the chaotic side of this breed. But here's the truth, when a husky bonds with you, they bond for life. From the moment I brought my husky home, it was clear this wasn't just a pet, they were a companion who genuinely wanted to be part of every part of my life. They notice when you're sad, excited, or stressed. They have this uncanny ability to sense your mood and respond in ways that make you feel seen and loved. And unlike some breeds that might be more independent, huskies have this deep need for connection. They thrive on being part of your pack. It's not just about cuddles either. Their loyalty shines in the little ways. My husky will follow me from room to room, making sure I'm okay. At night, they'll curl up nearby, acting as both guard and friend. And during those rare quiet moments, when they rest their head on my lap or nuzzle me softly, you realize just how much heart this breed has. Now, let's be honest, huskies aren't the easiest dogs to handle. They're independent thinkers, sometimes stubborn and occasionally mischievous. But their loyalty is not conditional on obedience. They don't just love you for being the pack leader, they love you for being you. And that makes the bond so incredibly special. Other breeds can be loyal, yes, but there's something unique about a husky's combination of independence and devotion. They want to run free, explore, and challenge you, but always, they come back to you. That push and pull, that blend of freedom and attachment, is part of what makes huskies so captivating. Choosing a husky isn't just about having a beautiful, energetic dog. It's about gaining a partner who will stand by your side, make you laugh, challenge you, and love you in ways that are unpredictable, wild, and endlessly rewarding. When I was deciding on a dog, I didn't just think about huskies in isolation. I made a list, compared popular breeds, read endless forums, watched countless videos, and even visited breeders to get a feel for each type. The goal? Find a dog that matched my lifestyle, personality, and sense of humor. And that's when the husky won me over. Let's start with Labrador retrievers. Labradors are famous for being friendly, easygoing, and obedient. They're the quintessential family dog, always happy to fetch, swim, and cuddle. I met plenty of Labs growing up, and they're incredible dogs. But here's the thing. Labs are predictable. They have a lovely routine, and while that's perfect for some families, I wanted a dog that could shake up my day, make me laugh, and occasionally surprise me with a plot twist. Enter the husky. My husky isn't just a companion, he's a furry whirlwind of energy, sometimes mischievous, sometimes affectionate, but always keeping me on my toes. Where a lab would sit politely, my husky might decide to rearrange the living room or try to help with the laundry in his own dramatic style. Then there's the golden retriever. Everyone loves Goldens. They're gentle, affectionate, and endlessly patient. I won't deny it. Goldens can melt your heart in an instant. But again, I was looking for more than heart-melting cuteness. I wanted a dog with spirit, a dog who could share in outdoor adventures, and a dog who would challenge me as much as I would challenge him. Huskies are playful, yes, but they also have that independent streak that keeps you engaged. A Golden might happily nap beside you for hours, but my husky will insist it's time to run, explore, or investigate the neighborhood, sometimes with dramatic howls to emphasize the urgency. German Shepherds are another popular choice, smart, disciplined, and fiercely loyal. German Shepherds are the classic working dog. They excel in obedience, protection, and service roles. If your goal is to have a highly trainable and protective dog, you can't go wrong with a German Shepherd. But I wasn't looking for a service animal, I was looking for a co-adventurer, a partner, a friend who could make every day unpredictable and exciting. Huskies bring all of that: intelligence, independence, loyalty, and yes, just enough stubbornness to make you laugh and earn their trust. They're clever problem solvers and planners, often creating hilarious situations that keep life entertaining. Smaller breeds like French Bulldogs, Pugs, or Boston Terriers were also on my radar. They're cute, manageable in small spaces, and relatively low maintenance. But I knew I wanted a dog who could match my energy, enjoy long walks or hikes, and provide a sense of adventure. A husky might not fit in a tiny apartment as easily, but they thrive in outdoor, active environments, making them perfect for someone like me who loves exploring trails, running, or just enjoying the freedom of open spaces. What really set Huskies apart was their combination of traits that you rarely see in a single breed. They're independent yet loyal, dramatic yet loving, energetic yet affectionate. I wanted a dog who could entertain me, challenge me, and grow alongside me, and no other breed offered that exact mix. I even compared Huskies to mixes like Labrador Golden Crosses or German Shepherd mixes, hoping maybe a hybrid would give me the best of both worlds. But hybrids tend to lean more toward one parent's traits, and I wanted the pure Husky personality: the howl, the eyes, the boundless curiosity, and the energy that feels like liquid excitement. It's that pure Husky essence that makes every day memorable and every interaction unpredictable. Finally, the comparisons weren't just about traits, they were about lifestyle fit. Huskies demand engagement, training, and exercise. They're not just a pet. They're a companion who will shape your daily routine, push you outside, and make life more dynamic. If I wanted an easy, laid-back dog, I could have gone with almost any other breed, but I didn't. I wanted a dog that would add excitement, unpredictability, and pure joy to my life. And that's exactly why the Husky won over every other breed I considered. Owning a Husky isn't just having a pet, it's inviting a whirlwind of excitement, laughter, and occasional chaos into your daily life. From the moment my Husky wakes up to the second he finally curls up at night, every day is an adventure. Mornings start with what I call the Husky Welcome Committee. Even before my feet hit the floor, there's a chorus of excited howls and energetic paws. It's impossible not to wake up with a smile even if your first thought is, "Why is there shredded newspaper on the floor?" My Husky greets the day with enthusiasm, reminding me that no morning should ever be dull. Walks are another story. A short stroll around the block, forget it. Huskies view walks as epic quests. Each step is an opportunity to explore, sniff, and investigate every blade of grass, tree, and suspicious object along the way. And don't even think about jogging as slowly, they set the pace, and if you fall behind, you'll get a playful nudge, a bark, or a full sprint to motivate you. It's exercise disguised as fun, and it keeps both of us fit. Weekends are often reserved for bigger adventures. Hiking trails, lakeside runs, or even just an impromptu trip to a nearby park become full-blown expeditions. And here's the best part: Huskies are natural explorers. They have a zest for life that's contagious. Their curiosity and fearlessness inspire you to see the world differently, to stop and notice the little things, to embrace spontaneity, and to enjoy every moment outdoors. Even at home, adventure continues. Huskies are notorious for turning mundane activities into dramatic events. Fetch becomes an Olympic sport, toys are rescued from under the couch in elaborate maneuvers, and mealtime, it's a theatrical performance involving careful inspection of every kibble, followed by a satisfied nod as if to say, "Yes, this is acceptable for now." But it's not just chaos. There's a rhythm to life with the Husky. They crave interaction, mental stimulation, and companionship. Puzzle toys, obedience games, and training sessions are daily routines that bring joy to both dog and owner. And when you get it right, when your Husky finally solves the puzzle or masters a command, the pride and happiness in their eyes is unmatched. Living with a Husky also teaches patience and adaptability. They're independent thinkers who sometimes test boundaries, but through consistent care and engagement, you build a relationship based on mutual respect. You learn to read their cues, anticipate their needs, and enjoy the small victories together. By the end of each day, when my Husky curls up beside me, the house quiets down, and the world feels just a little brighter. The laughter, the runs, the dramatic antics, all of it combines into a life filled with adventure, companionship, and memories that no other breed could have given me in the same way. Now, I want to be honest, choosing a Husky isn't all fun and games. These dogs come with unique challenges that you need to be prepared for. But here's the thing. The rewards far outweigh the difficulties, and that's part of why I chose this breed. First, let's talk about stubbornness. Huskies are incredibly intelligent, which means they can outsmart you if you're not careful. They think independently, make their own decisions, and sometimes act like they know better than you. That independence can be frustrating when training, but it also makes every success feel like a real victory. When a Husky finally follows a command after some creative problem solving, it's a moment of triumph that few other breeds can provide. Next is energy. These dogs are born athletes. If you don't provide enough physical and mental stimulation, they'll find their own ways to burn off energy, often in ways you'd rather they didn't. Chewed shoes, shredded blankets, or a runaway escape attempt are classic Husky mischiefs. But this energy also means they'll match your own adventurous lifestyle, keeping you active, motivated, and connected to the outdoors in ways no less energetic breed could. Shedding is another reality of Husky ownership. Their thick double coat is stunning, but it comes at a price. Regular grooming, vacuuming, and patience are part of the package. But seeing that coat glisten in sunlight, or feeling it while cuddling, reminds you why the effort is worth it. There's a beauty in their fur that perfectly matches their spirited personality. And let's not forget the howling. Huskies are known for vocalizing, and they do it with flair. They don't just bark, they sing, howl, and talk to you in ways that can be both amusing and exasperating. But in the right context, that howling is part of their charm. It's a way of communicating, expressing excitement, or simply reminding you that they exist and that they demand to be noticed. Despite these challenges, the rewards are incredible. The bond you form with a Husky is unmatched. Their loyalty is deep and genuine, their affection is heartfelt, and their playful antics provide endless entertainment. You learn patience, resilience, and creativity, qualities that transfer to many areas of life outside of dog ownership. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow, laugh, and celebrate the small victories together. In short, Huskies are demanding, but they're worth every ounce of effort. They teach you to appreciate life's highs and lows, to enjoy the unpredictability, and to embrace the wild, joyful chaos that only a Husky can bring into your home. And that balance of challenges and rewards is exactly why I wouldn't choose any other breed. After all the comparisons, the laughter, the chaos, and the adventures, one thing is clear: Huskies are a unique breed, unlike any other. They're wild yet loving, independent yet loyal, dramatic yet deeply affectionate. Choosing a Husky wasn't about convenience, it was about finding a companion who could match my energy, challenge me, and bring joy into my life in ways that no other breed could. If you're considering a Husky, here's my advice. Be ready for excitement, embrace the occasional chaos, and be prepared for a dog who will test your patience and fill your life with unforgettable moments. The Husky isn't just a pet, they're a lifestyle choice, a co-adventurer, and a furry little comedian who will keep you laughing, moving, and loving every single day. At the end of the day, why did I choose a Husky over other breeds? Because no other dog could combine loyalty, adventure, humor, and heart in such a perfect package. From the early morning howls to the evening cuddles, from the playful mischief to the quiet moments of connection, life with a Husky is full, unpredictable, and endlessly rewarding. So if you're looking for a companion who will challenge you, inspire you, and love you unconditionally, a Husky might just be the perfect choice. And trust me, once you experience life with one, you'll never want anything else. If you love learning why I chose a Husky, don't forget to hit that like button. Drop a comment about your favorite breed, and of course, subscribe so you don't miss more dog stories and breed comparisons every week.